Garlinghouse gets the last laugh as Gary Gensler admits his resignation. XRP and XLM price talk at the end, along with Charles Hodgkinson, rumored to be the Treasury Secretary.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
And happy Thursday to you all, and boy do we got a lot to cover, but before we cover it, your comments come first. I pick them at random times of the day, and if they're relevant, got a good chance of getting them shared. Trick hanging out with us says Nosferatu. Hit the switch on your way out. Talking about Gary. That's right, Gary's definitely got some Drac vibes going on. Regilio's a smart man, and he's got a smart comment. Gary wasn't that bad. Come on now. He caught Kim Kardashian, didn't he? Can I get an amen for Mr. Gensler on his way out? Well done, Regilio. Yeah, he caught all the people for the Ethereum X scam after they had already scammed everyone. And he did miss Celsius, 3 Arrows, Babel, FTX. Oh boy, I could just keep going on and on. Gary, you will not be missed. Notice the theme. R. Schmidt says $1.25 by the end of the month. Oh, everyone, we might have a juicy November. We're going to talk price action at the end, but first, Bitcoin's in at 97,657, ETH 3330 now, Sol's at 253, XRP at 117, XLM at 24.6. We're going to talk price action at the end. Arbitum getting a little pump on the news. I reported earlier. Did you see that video? I'll have it linked at the end. Arbitum up almost 17%. Trump's crypto agenda. Hodgkinson rumored for the Treasury Secretary role. Whoa, what is going on now? There's a little caveat to the story I'm going to share it with you. Speculations have continued to heighten over a potential role for Cardano founder Charles Hodgkinson in the upcoming Trump administration. Hodgkinson's name keeps popping up among political discussions, with some analysts considering the possibility of him being the next U.S. Treasury Secretary under Trump. Could you imagine what that would do for crypto? Gensler gone, replaced by we're not sure who yet. Treasury Secretary being another crypto bro. This would be amazing for all of us. Whether you like Charles or not, and it's been personal or public, I don't like Charles. Guess what? If it's good for the crypto news, I think it's good for all of us. I'll put my feelings aside and cheer the man on. Because if it moves the price, that's what matters most. Like I said, it doesn't matter how you cross the finish line as long as you cross. It's crucial to note, though, that neither Trump nor his core team members have confirmed Hodgkinson's particular role in the upcoming administration. However, there are solid indications, though, that Charles would be part of the government. Now, here's the weird thing, okay? Charles talked about being part of DC, but no one's ever mentioned his name. Like, no one. Not a single article, not a single quote, nothing. And there's lots of stuff floating around. And I'm covered in, dog slobber. Awesome. I did the whole intro with dog slobber on my shoulder. MicroStrategy stock dives 20% after short seller says volume is completely detached from BTC fundamentals. Okay, so we talked about good news, and I've got more good news coming for you. But we talk about good news, we also talk about bad news on this channel. And this is kind of something that we have to start thinking about is, what happens if the BTC bubble pops? Because think that's going to start bringing down traditional finance like MicroStrategy. And the short sellers are starting to think that maybe you're being a little too optimistic with your expectations regarding BTC. Citron Research, led by investor Andrew Leff, cheered MicroStrategy's Sailor Vision for selling debt to fund the company's BTC purchases. But notice that the stock's massive run-up has been overheated. How did this one age? Nearly 4 years ago to the date, Citron was the first to tell readers that MicroStrategy was the ultimate way to invest in BTC, setting a $700 target. Now, fast forward today, and if you adjust it to inflation and so forth, it has skyrocketed to over $5,000. But here's the thing. Citron noted that investing in BTC is much easier today than it was 5 years ago. You're seeing a lot more offers. MicroStrategy's volume has completely detached from the fundamentals. We've been thinking about this, even go so far as saying MicroStrategy is overheated. So what if you start seeing a pullback in MicroStrategy stock? Would that be strong enough to pull back Bitcoin? I don't personally think so. I think that would be isolated to MicroStrategy because Bitcoin is way, way bigger than that. Now, is MicroStrategy a proxy for owning BTC? Yeah, basically, right? But the reality is you might start seeing it where some of these companies that are aping into BTC, it might be overheating things, and that goes into what I've been talking about here for the last several videos, which is once things become overheated for BTC, what do these players do? They look for other options up here on the screen that maybe aren't overheated, that have room to grow. So pump the hell out of BTC, overheat the shit out of it so that players can get into the alts, because players want to. Now, Fear and greed. Whoa, we're in extreme greed at 88. This is freaking high. Now, not as high as we've seen it. In March of 2024, we were in the low 90s, everyone. That was crazy. Volume up big time, up 34%. But let's talk about a little bit of Brad Garlinghouse. Then we're going to talk XLM and XRP price talk. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any juicy news because I bring it to you 7 days a week. Ripple CEO reacts to Gensler's resignation, and that's a video I brought up earlier. That will be linked at the end too. Gives the dates and everything. As reported by you today, Gensler is going to leave the SEC on January 20th according to his Thursday announcement. Gensler's resignation was met with jubilation by the crypto industry leaders, given his departure will likely mark the end of regulation by enforcement. Remember all those hearings that we watched together where he says, I'm the cop on the beat, and we all wanted to just poke our ears out with fire pokers or pencils or anything that would mess up our eardrums so that we didn't hear his shit? Yeah, no more dealing with that. So what did Brad Garlinghouse say about Gary resigning? Brad Garlinghouse, this Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for Gary Gensler stepping down. You know what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving? All of you and the juicy action that we've been getting as of late. So Brad is thankful. I'm thankful. You're thankful. Stellar XLM fans are thankful because over the last month, it's been up 161%. Volume is still holding strong at 1.3 billion. The price action on XLM looks like this. We're flirting right around that 25 cent mark with support north of 22 cents. Now, in terms of the ceiling, you have been seeing a little bit of struggle to break here, especially at that 26 high mark. Earlier, we saw a little bit of action at 26, 27. So you kind of see a little bit of pushing, but that's okay because when you zoom out, we're still way up. And in fact, if you look at the primary move when we had our correction, the secondary move went even higher. The tertiary move then is even higher than that. So XLM stepping up, and I'm liking the move. Over to XRP, where volume is absolutely exploding on the Gensler news. We talked about what would happen with the Gensler pump, and if any players out there are playing it, oh, you bet their butt they are. XRP went from $1.10 to over $1.20 on the Gary news. Volume up 53% to almost $10 billion. Let's zoom on into those 15-minute candlesticks and take a look at XRP, and you can see that XRP is looking healthy. Look at this. This Gensler move here, and that's how early I broke the story. I broke the story with this candlestick right here. It was just coming out. I got it to you hot. That's why those of you that hit the notification bell, seriously, you get notified first of the hottest breaking news. And I got to be honest with you, notification bell means a lot to me because I don't hit the notification bell on hardly any YouTubers that I watch. But right now, after this move, this move is what pushed us up. After this move, we got support north of 116. Right now, flirting with 119. The volume, though, on the move is what has been key. The volume plus the news plus the juicy price action is putting a smile on all of our faces as we're thankful AF as Gary is leaving, thankful AF that XLM is pumping, and thankful AF that XRP is pumping as well. Let's keep this thing going. If Charles gets the spot, that's freaking awesome. If it's another crypto bro or crypto chick out there that gets it, awesome as well, as long as we get more crypto-friendly people in these big positions. Now, Charles, the odds, I don't know. I got to be honest with you. I haven't found a single story from the DC side corroborating any of this. I haven't heard a single tweet, quote, nothing that's mentioned Charles' name about any position there. But buy the rumor, sell the news. I could care less as long as it pumps up the price. And speaking of that, XRP and XLM are heading into the Thanksgiving holiday with action. Lots of juicy action. This is very different than what we saw last year, and you could tell a difference in the market as markets across the globe have a bullish optimism based on the changing regime in the United States. Gensler, he's done on the 20th. We're going to celebrate that day, and it's going to be marked as a holiday on all of our calendars. The crypto industry, same thing. That's going to thaw even more money that's been sitting on the sidelines waiting to get in. Right before I went live to do this video, live to record, whatever you want to call it, I was reading an article. I'm probably going to put it in my next video, but I was reading an article talking about a big traditional financial player that has been anti-crypto. And they said because of the changing environment, they're thinking now of opening a crypto spot trading exchange. And I'm talking about a very anti-crypto player that said that, hey, the regulatory environments are changing. This is bullish news. We should do it. So you might want to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on that story, because the name will shock you. How do we end videos? Well, if you've been watching before, you know how. If you're new to this, guess what? It's not always puppies, but it is always choo-choo, bitches. Ah, buddy, you're all over me. Oh, and you